This is what you need to know now. Senator Bill Cassidy is backing Todd Blanche, all but clearing the way for his nomination to be Attorney General. The federal investigation after the airspace was shut down over 9 states, forcing hundreds of flights to be grounded or diverted. And a major brand removing artificial dyes from the cereal. I'm Rachel Scott from ABC News. It is Friday, August 7th, and here's the big story. Republican Senator Bill Cassidy is now backing Todd Blanche's nomination for Attorney General, likely clearing the way for President Trump's pick to lead the Justice Department. Cassidy announced his support on the Senate floor, saying Blanche is not perfect, but arguing another nominee may not be any better.
The choice is not between perfection and Mr. Blanche. It is between Mr. Blanche and another acting Attorney General who may not run the department effectively under President Trump, and who indeed may not be as good as Mr. Blanche. This puts at risk the progress made fighting violent crime, human and drug trafficking, and fraud. And this does not serve the American people well. This is not a referendum on President Trump. It is a decision regarding Mr. Blanche in very specific circumstances.
Blanche's confirmation has been in doubt after Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski and Susan Collins said that they would vote against him over concerns, including the Justice Department's handling of the president's IRS settlement and the so-called weaponization fund that was set to give money to January 6 rioters. The other big story that we are following, a federal appeals court has ordered the Trump administration to stop construction on the $400 million ballroom project at the White House. The ruling upholds lower court orders blocking the above-ground work after the Trump administration tore down the East Wing and started construction without congressional approval. The administration can still appeal to the Supreme Court. President Trump has signed 2 new executive orders targeting birthright citizenship. The move comes weeks after the Supreme Court struck down the president's initial attempt to end birthright citizenship altogether. The White House says one order would crack down on so-called birth tourism, looking to stop women from coming to the United States so their newborns could get automatic citizenship. The second order seeks to narrow the criteria for eligibility. The ACLU says the new executive orders are doomed to fail in court, saying any executive order that tries to rewrite birthright citizenship will meet the same fate as the last one. Meanwhile, President Trump says talks with Iran to reopen the critical Strait of Hormuz are moving along, and he's again pushing back on reports that U.S. missile stockpiles are running dangerously low.
We have certain types of munitions that are very powerful, that we have unlimited, virtual unlimited supply. We have others where it's a little bit tighter, and we're getting them in on a daily basis.
Sources say President Trump expressed frustration when convening his cabinet at Camp David last week and voiced concerns that U.S. missile stockpiles were significantly depleted. The president is standing by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, denying that they clashed over the issue. Turning now to the U.S. labor market, it took an unexpected hit last month. The Labor Department says the economy lost 23,000 jobs in July, the first monthly decline in years, falling well short of expectations for job growth. The unemployment rate edged down to 4.1%. Planes are flying across the Midwest once again after the airspace was shut down late yesterday. The FAA blames an equipment outage at an air traffic control center in Minneapolis, which handles the air traffic across 300,000 square miles. Delays are expected to linger through this morning. Kellogg says it will now remove artificial dyes from all of its cereals by the end of this year, making the transition to natural colors and vegetable-based coloring. Health Secretary RFK Jr. has been among those pushing companies to make that change. And a shakeup in the world of beauty pageants. Miss North Carolina has now been stripped of her crown ahead of the Miss USA competition. Officials said that they looked at 27-year-old Brittany Bolton-House's ongoing conduct over a period of time. The organization says it does not tolerate racism or homophobia. Bolton-House has not yet commented, but the organization says that she apologized. All right, let's get into what to watch. She was convicted of manipulating her teen lover into killing her husband in a case that shocked the nation. Now, after decades of denial, Pamela Smart makes a stunning admission as she fights for a chance at freedom. Watch 2020 Broken Vows streaming right now on Disney Plus and on Hulu. And over in sports, 2 of the biggest rivals in basketball are going to go head-to-head. ESPN's Michelle Smallman has a preview.
Thanks, Rachel. The WNBA takes center stage on ABC as Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, and Aaliyah Boston look to snap a 2-game losing streak when they visit the Chicago Sky. Studio coverage begins at 3 p.m. Eastern with WNBA Countdown. As always, you can watch it all on ABC and the ESPN app.
And finally, before you go, Chicago's most intense race did not involve cars. It involved 90,000 rubber ducks. They were dumped into the Chicago River for the annual Ducky Derby, raising more than $480,000 for Special Olympics there in Illinois. For just $10, you can adopt a duck, and if it wins, you could drive home in a brand new SUV, proof that sometimes putting all your ducks in a row actually pays off. And that's what you need to know. For breaking news and live updates throughout the day, check out ABC News, streaming on Disney+. New episodes daily on Disney+.